look at your smartphone home screen and count how many apps claim to be powered by AI. It feels like overnight, every piece of software slapped those two letters onto their marketing. But treating all AI as if it's the exact same thing is a recipe for disaster, especially for the people trying to build and manage these tools. Traditional software runs on strict, predictable logic. If a user clicks button A, the code does action B. Artificial intelligence works by looking at massive amounts of data and rolling the dice to make the best possible guess at what should happen next, a process called probabilistic logic. Because AI is always guessing and adapting, traditional planning tools fall apart. When builders write a standard blueprint for a new feature, what the industry calls a product requirements document, they are trying to predict the exact behavior of an unpredictable system. In fact, current industry data shows that 73% of these documents become outdated within 2 weeks of actually writing the code. To survive building software today, we have to throw out the one-size-fits-all approach. We have to recognize that every AI product actually falls into one of 3 very distinct buckets. Bucket number 1 contains products that use AI. In these tools, artificial intelligence acts as an invisible optimizer, working quietly behind the scenes. Think of Amazon prioritizing the most helpful reviews on a product page, or Netflix suggesting a movie you might like. The core product is still e-commerce or video streaming. The ultimate test for this bucket is simple. If you pull the plug on the AI, the product still functions. You can still buy a toaster on Amazon. It might just take you a few extra minutes to find a good one. Bucket number 2 contains products that are enabled by AI. Here, the artificial intelligence is the entire point of the tool, but it is wrapped up in a familiar, user-friendly interface. Good examples are apps that generate custom photos from text descriptions, or digital workspace tools that proactively coach managers on how to navigate the specific moods of their stakeholders. If you apply our test and remove the AI from these tools, the product literally ceases to exist. You are left with an empty box. Because the core engine is rolling the dice, builders have to manage infinite edge cases. A user might type in a perfectly normal request and receive a bizarre, unintended result, a phenomenon known as a hallucination. The jump to bucket 2 forces a shift in how we work. A manager moves away from fine-tuning a reliable engine and starts focusing on corralling an unpredictable beast. That brings us to bucket 3, products that are the AI. This is the underlying model itself, operating as raw brain power without shiny buttons or consumer screens. We're talking about the foundational systems here, like the digital connectors, or APIs, that let software programs talk and borrow intelligence from tech giants. Everyday consumers do not buy these products. The customers are other software developers. They pay to tap into this raw intelligence to build the features we see up in buckets 1 and 2. Because there is no user interface, managers focus entirely on technical benchmarks, measuring computational speed and latency, the tiny lag time for machines to respond. Mapping this out reveals a clear picture. The AI industry is actually a supply chain, moving upward from raw foundational brainpower at the bottom up to highly polished consumer features at the top. The most common trap builders fall into today is treating a bucket 2 product like a bucket 1 product. They try to write rigid, feature-by-feature requirements for a system that is designed to adapt on its own. This chart shows the traditional product management lifecycle. Notice the rigid left-to-right arrows moving from analysis to development, and then to go-to-market, where the product is released to customers. This assumes you know exactly what the code will do before writing it. But probabilistic tools require a completely different approach. They demand rapid iteration, constant testing, and continuous feedback loops to tame the chaotic outputs. To succeed here, builders have to change their mindset. Instead of dictating every single detail, you have to act as a shepherd and an editor, patiently guiding the software toward a good endpoint. The next time you pick up your phone, run a quick audit on your own apps. Look past the marketing and ask yourself, am I looking at an invisible optimizer, a wrapped feature, or raw brain power? We can treat AI like a new type of building material, one that requires us to trade in our old blueprints for a more flexible framework.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.